We are rolling.
Hi there, I'm Barney, the director, co-writer, and one of the many, many animators on Peterborough Time. What you're about to see is the behind-the-scenes making of the Peterborough Time cartoon. Now, this cartoon couldn't have been done without all the help of the many, many people from around the Peterborough area, and also the many animators that worked on it. But I must warn you that a lot of the people in this documentary may appear greasy, sleepy, incoherent, and malnourished. And really that's because we all were. We worked extremely long hours to get this ambitious project done, but it is. So enjoy the making of Peterborough Time, the cartoon.
It's Peterborough Time today!
Like all epic things, this cartoon started with an idea.
Hey Dad, you want to make a cartoon about Peterborough?
Yes.
Good! Let's see if we can make it last 2 years.
Okay.
Once we had the idea, we moved on to the storyboard stage, which happened many, many Sunday nights after the Shrimps writing meetings. Okay, so then they come out of the holes, and the soldiers have to turn around, and they start shooting at them. Then there was just many, many more nights of storyboarding.
When do you hold on to this?
After we're done. After the storyboarding was done, Dan took off his shirt and started the script.
Move closer.
3 days later, Dan finished the script.
Script's done. See you in 2 years.
Once we had the script, we went to the PAU, and Ian Osborne helped us record voices for weeks on end.
So Hank told all the assembled artists, this is the worst.
We first start off with his rough storyboards, which we later scan onto the computers and then add music and sound to so we can later match it up with the animation. Like this one here for Ian Punch. 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 This here is how we organize our scenes. The reason why they're numbered like this is so we can find them anywhere on the computers. The names on it, it's just like a vague reference to what it is, so that way I can find out what it is. Lauren Bucket. I know it's the one with Lauren playing the bucket like the band, like the bongos.
Then all the animators came. The floods of animators.
It's Peterborough Time today!
It's Bud.
Free labor.
So I'm Brian. I'm working on a scene right now for Peterborough Time Episode 2. This is the Dean Del Mastro chopper scene right there. Well, we had to invent a helicopter that'd be powered by a bicycle, and then add some characters into it and chop out some holes and get her going.
I found James Kent kind of weird to work with because he was kind of a nervous guy. He has a lot of eye acting, a lot of looking around, a lot of being shifty and stuff. If you want their eyes to look like they're popping out, you actually have to pop the eyeballs out of the head for a frame or two.
Basically, I took Del Mastro and I put him inside a Hummer, and then animated him anime style to give him a nice little googly-eyed look, so he looked all upset and like a little child. Just basically had his lip quiver to make him look sad.
I'm animating Terry Guile. Enter a scene. He shouts Webbers.
Webbers! Webbers!
Canada Flag guy. Close friend of mine. Talk on the phone. He's pretty sporadic, and a lot of the stuff he does doesn't make a lot of sense. Just one thing that comes to mind is instead of spending the money on going telling Hank, he buys a bunch of crap and he ends up getting one of those thingy-majiggies. Well, wearing scuba goggles, I don't know, he was entertaining that day.
My favorite scene to work on was probably the robots. I got to make some brains fly out of some robots that were DJs in Peterborough. It was pretty fun. Got to, search up sheep brains on the internet and then have them explode all over.
Favorite scene, I think, has to be the Lauren crank it scene, where Lauren misinterprets cranking it as an instruction to hip thrust.
Hi, am I good? To say my favorite scene was the curator with the Speedo.
Josh's Trudeau Speedo scene, Yeah, the Speedo, it dangles like there's weight there. That's because when he was cutting it out, it's actually see-through. There is something there.
Most of the curator scenes were pretty enjoyable.
I took the image Josh used for Pierre Trudeau's Speedo and enlarged it so that it was Christie's background when she woke up in the morning.
She was not so happy when she woke up.
And thrice now, Nickelback has devoured their souls. If you ask any of the other interns, they'll tell you how, like, for weeks and weeks, I would just go up behind them and be like, souls. Still do.
Yeah, I still do.
Trying to make this fountain look like it turns into a harder stream and shoots off. But I don't really know what I'm doing. The boat looks okay down here.
That seems to be our motto around here. Just figure it out as you go.
The beginning's good and the ending's good. It's just that middle part's kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, that's what they said about a lot of movies. Anywho.
My favorite scene was 2.161, James' roof. All he did really was on top of the roof making a bird call going woo, and I was inspired for it because when I heard the noise, all I thought was like some guy making a crappy bird call. So then I just made him look crazy and angry, saying woo. My favorite scene was Ian Punch. I don't really remember the number for it, but it's where this guy who's a bouncer was on top of a Bret Hart soldier just giving her, and the Bret Hart soldier's head is smacking off the pavement, leaving a bloody pool. And this was my favorite scene, and I actually got to exercise it to make sure it looked right. So it was, what that consisted of was me just kind of on the ground punching air. And then after that, I knew what that looked like, but then I had to figure out what it looked like to get punched in the head. So I had to do the reverse roll and lay on the ground and pretend like I'm trying to get up, but then only to get my head smacked back onto the ground. Yeah, that took a lot of time. Thank God no one was here.
You mean by slumbering beast? You mean Farley, Hank? No! Us! We're the slumbering beast. The artistic community. Well, how do you mean, Hank? It's a metaphor, damn it! You people gotta lay off the dope. You mean weed, Hank? Yes! I think that's my favorite part. The script. It's the part that still makes me laugh. After repeated viewings.
One where Del Mastro moons Peterborough. It was enjoyable. I got to cut out Brian Murdoch, the other neighbor's ass. It was fantastic. Funny scene, fun to do. Kind of tricky. It was like the first time rotating the character and such.
So that's not Del Mastro's butt?
No, that's butt double. You'll see it in the credits. Brian Murdoch. Butt double.
Just reading a little script here. Trying to figure out what the hay's going on. What would you do if you were pure evil? I'm thinking he'd do a lot of this. You'll see it in the show.
We want to do the music originally for the movie. We can see that it was pretty simple background stuff, but then when Sam got involved, and it's kind of gotten out of hand.
Better together. What do you got? You got peanut bro. You got a P that stands for pretty good. E for excellent. You put them together. When you get them together, you got peanut bro.
Hi, my name is Sammy. And I did all the music.
I'm sitting here with my friend Washboard Hank, and we're just doing the vocal takes for the main sort of, I guess it's the main party song at the end. It's the finale song, Peterborough Time Today. Hank is doing a very professional job tweaking the lyric and helping us get it down. And he's got the phones on his head.
Well, I don't know, but I heard that if we don't get this done right, that there's going to be a car lot made out of Peterborough, and we've got to do this to save the art, so we're trying hard.
I kind of confused him for Sam this morning, and I was freaking out in the car. I was making faces at him, and then I realized he stepped out and it wasn't Sam.
It's really pretty neat when you're walking down the street. It's Peterborough Time Today. It's the old lift lock and the Peterborough clock.
If you're an artist, you'll have to work the hardest. To some you're dumb, but to others you're the smartest. The critics and the cynics need to open their eyes, cause a town without the arts is like a burger minus fries.
Nice. Nice, man. That was like the first time you got that. So this is the Sam Allison take on the Weber brothers. Those soulful cats that they are.
Mhm.
And I love them, so this could only be a compliment to them, unless they hate it. In which case...
Buying a car in this crazy world takes everything you got. Wouldn't you like to make your purchase at the world's biggest car lot? We got lots of cars for you in store. Cars and so much more.
Here, sit there to get the full stereo.
Buying a car in this crazy world, take everything you got.
Mine's blown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys have a minute of not clapping though.
I made, in Peterborough time, I did 2 pieces of music. Both dance pieces of music. Dance music.
Hi, I'm Chris Colgan, and I do some of the music for Peterborough Time today. Well, when Barney asked me to do the battle scene, he wanted it to be a battle between good and evil, and he wanted the music to represent that. So I just took chords that sound evil, like that, and then mixed them up with chords like, and made a song out of it.
Hold the line. Wait for it.
Divide and make conquer.
Isn't that beautiful? It even got a fart on the end. So we needed some real sort of boring, not boring, but empty sort of music, like to like an open landscape with nothing in it, sort of like to represent the way that Canoe Museum is. So I couldn't think of anything, so we ended up just ripping off the Hinterland theme and expanding it, which worked out pretty good. I guess, maybe, hopefully.
It was exciting to introduce all of these ruffians to Peterborough because none of them knew anything about Peterborough or the locals or the politicians or the musicians or any of the arts and culture.
You realize this cartoon is actual people.
But now they do, so we've basically assimilated a bunch of Seneca animators into Peterborough high society.
I don't know, you just kind of get your own personal idea of who these characters are, especially since we're not actually from Peterborough. I got this one character, Terry Guile, who we've built him from scratch, and everything we know about him is from the script, and so, or the dialogue lines we have, and in the movie he's kind of this
Really raspy voice character who just, Hank, I love you.
We actually met him like a few days ago, just saw him at Town Hall, and we didn't actually realize who it was because the version in the cartoon is so different from like what you actually see in real life.
We see the people in real life, kind of freaks us out. I've run into Ian Osborne a couple of times, and in the cartoon, he is terrifying and very intimidating. And the first time I saw him, I was standing straight and watching what I said for fear that he'd hit me with his flashlight. But turns out in real life, he's actually a nice guy. Who knew?
So when you stare at these faces all day long, then you feel like you know these people and these characters. So especially when Josh was animating James Kent doing one scene where he was like, "Not anymore, Hank.
I'm Del Master now."
So Josh was doing that, and he was walking around the studio for a couple of days chanting that. And so we went out to the spill, to the real place, and it's funny because this is a cartoon, but all these are real locations in it.
James Kent. We hadn't seen James Kent in real life. We saw James Kent, the character.
But the interns couldn't help but just kind of watch him going back and forth and giggling to each other.
So we saw him, we're like, oh my god, it's James Kent. We made more of a big deal than it should have been. But it was strange and awesome at the same time.
Because it's just real people, but they're made almost celebrity status in this bizarre cartoon.
I think one of the greatest things about being an intern here is they just pay us in subs.
We're the second year of summer interns.
Second year summer intern.
Yeah, yes we are.
Every now and then, Barney shows up and, oh, I have some subs.
Delicious free sub from Mr. Chef.
I'd like to make a special thanks to Steve.
Yeah, go Steve. Thank you, Steve, for making us subs.
Steve has supported us for so many years, given the Shrimps and now the animators subs. So we put him in the cartoon as one of the business owners from town, and we got Peter Adams to do his voice.
The unionist ministers are having a secret rehearsal at the Arts Umbrella right now.
Ryan's sub usually comes with a little more extra mayo than he ordered. And so he always eats it in this one spot, and this looks like an oil stain from a car, but this is actually from just Brian's mayo.
What's inside his stomach right now?
Oh, great.
Always so much mayo. I don't know why. I even asked for less mayo. Even they always give me more. What gives?
We're making a cartoon tonight. It's gonna go late into the wee hours of the midnight beats.
Tea! Fuel!
Fuel for my insanity.
20 to 11. We work terrible hours.
Someone needs to start the beats.
Someone does need to start the beats, actually.
Beats.
Barney decided to tell us about a tradition.
We pretended it was a tradition, and then it really was.
Called
Midnight Beats.
Where you eat beats and dance to beats at midnight exactly. Behind the scenes, Dirt Kitchen.
It literally.
Dirt Kitchen is quality.
What are we listening to?
Music.
Yep, it sounds like people are dying.
Probably are. It's Peterborough Radio.
This is a made-up tradition that became a tradition by tricking us by being a tradition, if that makes any sense. All I know is that I have to cut up 1 million beets, and there's no way we'll be able to eat them all.
Beat extravaganza. Look at those beats.
It's 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
The beats go in approximately midnight, and eating and dancing.
What do I play?
At the same time.
There's a lot of beats here.
You know, work towards midnight, and then everyone would get paid off by eating delicious beets.
Alright, somebody
For the
needs to
last
get some
time in
salt
the
and
studio.
some fork.
I guess that's a payoff.
It's gonna be disgusting.
No way, it's gonna be so
Disgusting.
A lot of beats.
Yeah, my
All right.
Plinky.
To the beats.
To beats!
To the completion of Peterborough time.
Peterborough!
Woo!
That's a lot of beats.
It tastes kind of like corn cobs. They're kind of weird.
Another buckle down and rip it sign.
Buckle down, rip it is our motto now.
Quote that came in halfway through the summer. Buckle down and rip it.
Are you ripping it tonight?
I'm ripping it.
You can rip it all night.
Yeah, I've been ripping all night, all day.
Yeah.
All summer.
One night, I kind of forget how it happened.
I was trying to give a motivational speech. Once in a while, I feel I have to do such things to keep people in the groove.
Mary, that's great. Great, Mary.
It's great. That's great. I feel great.
And in this particular one, we're all sitting around, I think, eating spaghetti. In the speech, I said everyone has to basically,
How we need to get a bunch of stuff done and do it fast.
really have to, like, you know, buckle down and rip it. And at my speech, I was trying to be serious, but everyone just burst out laughing. And all we could do is adopt that as our motto.
It's motivational.
Yes, one night we wore diapers, not for inspiration, not because we weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. Barney did let us go to the bathroom and even let us occasionally smoke. But we put on the diapers one night because I believe it was about 12:30 approaching 1, and we thought it would just be a good idea to take us to that next that next level of zaniness that only 3 grown men in diapers could bring to a comedy project.
Mary Tanner and Metro Habitat.
Do not touch the glass!
Oh dear. I love my girlfriend.
I love you. Look, you cursed my computer.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put my heart and soul into it. I think Barney appreciates it.
How many people make their towns a cartoon?
It's taking a while.
Not many. I made you a cartoon.
We get a lot of work done during song time. I'm gonna make a supersonic one of you.
Yeah, Janaf is stuck ever since.
It's not funny anymore. I want this thing off my face. I'm getting a rash.
Drinking coffee Josh made smells like skunks.
That's from roadkill.
Skunky.
Hey, at Super Popular Studios, this is what we have for breakfast.
I think the most rewarding thing is having worked on this so passionately for 2 years, having an end product is the most rewarding thing. And I hope people enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it.
I don't know. I've taken a lot out of this, and I really appreciate that Barney gave me this excellent opportunity to just learn.
I thought the project was very, very ambitious from the get-go. I told you, Barney, that many, many times. I thought it might be a little too ambitious, that we might have to scale down. But I was overwhelmed and surprised by the response of people, both who wanted just to participate in it, who were so excited, who've been asking for the longest time to see the finished project. People were more than willing to do voices for their friends and make fun of their friends, ridicule their friends, emasculate their friends. So overall, I think I'm very happy. Very happy with that we got so many people involved, and even happier how happy they were to be involved.
Physical education, eat for thanks a lot. What do you get when you get them together? Look at what you got. You got Peterborough.
Right this or who wrote this?
Woman, you got Peterborough. Oh yeah, you got Peterborough.